Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ISACA Preparation Academy. Friends, I am thrilled to have you here as we embark on a journey into a fascinating realm of information security development. Friends, in this video, we will diving deep into the two crucial aspects, that is first, business goal and objectives, and second, security strategy objectives, right? Friends, firstly, we'll explore the foundational element of any effective information security strategy, business goals and objectives, right? And friends, moving on, we'll delve into the specifics of information security strategy objectives. Friends, these objectives serve as a building block for a comprehensive and effective defense against the cyber threat, right? We'll explore how organizations identify, prioritize, and implement the security objectives that align with their risk tolerance and the business requirement, right? Friends, by the end of this video, you will not only have a clear understanding of the importance of aligning the information security with the business goal, but also gain insight into the crafting effective security objectives that contribute to the overall success of your organization. Friends, my sincere request at last to all viewers to don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's dive into the intricacies of securing the digital future. That is part 1 and chapter 5, right? Let's start with the first topic, that is about the information security governance, right? Friends, in information security governance, it states that the information security governance is the responsibility of the board of directors and senior management. Let's amplify it. This statement says that the information security governance overseen by the board of directors and the senior management, which entails establishing and maintaining a framework to protect the sensitive data, right? Friends, they set policies, allocate resources, and ensure the compliance. For instance, the board might approve the cybersecurity budget while senior management implement and monitor security protocols to safeguard the organization from cyber threat, right? Moving next, it must be an integral and transparent part of enterprise governance and complement or encompasses the IT governance framework, right? Friends, we all know that is integrating seamlessly into the enterprise governance or information security must be transparent, right? Which forming a cohesive part of overall organization strategy, right? It complement and extends to encompass the IT governance framework. Understood? For instance, aligning the security policies with the business objectives ensures a holistic approach, safeguarding against the cyber threat while supporting the organization's overall governance structure, right? Next, it states that the senior management has the responsibility to consider and respond to increasingly complex and potentially destructive information security issues, right? Friends, in this the senior management bears the responsibility of addressing intricate and potentially harmful information security challenges, right? Which involves understanding evolving threat and formulating the strategic responses. For example, they may invest in the advanced cybersecurity measures, conduct regular risk assessment, and ensure staff awareness to proactively mitigate the risk posed by the ever-changing landscape of information security threat, right? Next, in this the information security governance, the board of directors will be required to make information security an intrinsic part of governance, right? Integrated with the processes they have in place to govern the other critical organizational resources, right? Friends, board of directors are mandated to embed information security as a fundamental concept or component of governance, right? Seamlessly woven into a existing processes overseeing the crucial organizational resources. This entails recognizing it as an integral, similar to how they manage other vital aspects. For instance, ensuring that cybersecurity considerations are an inherent part of strategic planning and risk management. Right? Next, it includes monitoring and reporting processes to ensure that governance is effective and that compliance enforcement is sufficient to reduce the risk to acceptable level. Right? Friends, integral to the effective governance, monitoring and reporting processes are essential. Right? They guarantee the governance effectiveness and validate that the compliance enforcement is robust or enough to mitigate the risk to the acceptable level. For example, regular audits, performance metrics, and incident reporting mechanism contribute to a comprehensive system, ensuring continual improvement and adherence to the established standards. Right? Moving to the point. Next point states that information security governance to demonstrate the capability maturity model integration or strategy should include methods for ensuring an integrated and repeatable approach to governance and management. Right? Friends, achieving the capability maturity model integration requires a strategy, right, that emphasizes an integrated and repeatable approach to governance and management. Right? So, this entails establishing methods to ensure consistency and efficiency. For instance, implementing standardized processes, continuous monitoring, and regular assessment contribute to a mature and integrated system that enhances organization capability over time. Right? Next point, it states that to optimize value, risk, and resources, everyone in the enterprise need to work together. Friends, maximizing value, managing risk, and efficiently allocating resources necessitates collaboration across the entire enterprise. Right? This collaborative approach ensures a cohesive effort in achieving organization goals. Right? For example, cross-functional team sharing insight and coordinating effort can enhance the decision making, streamline processes, and collectively contribute to the overall success and sustainability of the enterprise. Right? Next, it states that in information security governance, many of the processes described in this guide foster collaboration among the various business areas. Right? If we amplify this statement, we can say that the numerous processes outlined in this guide, right, promote the collaboration across the diverse business area. So these collaborative efforts enhance efficiency and communication. Understood? Friends, for instance, we can say that implementing the cross-functional team or utilizing the collaborative tools foster a collective approach, breaking down silos and ensuring that the different business units work together seamlessly to achieve the common objectives outlined in the guide. Right? Moving next, ISACA CMMI model, right? That is capability maturity model integration model have expanded beyond the software engineering to help enterprise around the world, right, in any industry and understand their current level of capability and performance. Right? Friends, ISACA CMMI model have evolved beyond their origin in software engineering, becoming the valuable tool for enterprise worldwide across the diverse industries. Friends, these models assist in organizations in comprehending their present capability and performance level. Right? For example, they offer a structured framework for assessing and improving processes, enhancing overall organization effectiveness regardless of the industry in which they operate. Right? And at last, in addition to the protection of information assets, effective information security governance is required to address legal and regulatory requirement and is becoming mandatory in the exercise of due care. Friends, beyond safeguarding information assets, robust information security governance is essential to meet the legal and regulatory obligations, right? Increasingly becoming a mandatory aspect of exercising due care. For example, compliance with data protection laws require organizations to implement governance measure, right, that ensures the lawful handling and protection of sensitive information and mitigating the legal risk, right? Friends, hope you have understood this information security governance, right? Moving next to the information security strategy development, right? Friends, in information security strategy development, there are 3 points which we'll cover. The first point states about the governance and the management of enterprise IT, in which it states that the risk optimization plays a crucial role in the governance and management of the enterprise IT, right? This involves distinct management activities and structures outlined within the information security strategy, right? Friends, in the realm of governance and the management of enterprise IT, risk optimization is paramount, right? Friends, it encompasses unique management activities and structures as delineated in the information security strategy, right? Friends, this strategy serves as a blueprint guiding the information security manager in aligning the IT practices with enterprise goal, right? Friends, effectively managing the risk ensures the resilience and success of IT operations within the larger organizational context, right? Next point it covers about the information security strategy. Friends, under the information security strategy, we can see that it has been derived from the governance activities, the information security strategy, right? It serves as a roadmap for the information security manager to meet enterprise needs, ensuring an acceptable level of risk while optimizing the resources. Friends, information security strategy derived from the governance activities, acts as a guiding roadmap of the information security manager, right? Friends, it outlines a plan of action to meet enterprise needs, emphasizing the attainment of an acceptable risk level while optimizing the resources, right? Friends, this strategic framework ensures that information security aligns cohesively with organizational objectives, fostering a proactive and efficient approach to the risk management. Understood? Next, it states about the element of strategy. Friends, several key elements contribute to shaping an effective strategy. This includes determining necessary components, establishing risk criteria, and implementing a comprehensive information security program. Friends, crafting an effective strategy involves essential elements, right? This encompasses identifying necessary components, setting clear risk criteria, and executing a comprehensive information security program, right? Friends, by determining these elements, the strategy not only addresses current challenges but also form a robust framework for the ongoing management and enhancement of information security within the organizations, right? Moving to the next slide. Next, we'll discuss about the business goals and objectives. Friends, under the business goals and objective, there are 5 business goals. That is, first, about the definition of corporate governance, which states that it involves responsibility and practices by the board and the senior management. It aims to provide strategic directions, ensure goal achievement, manage the risk, and use the resource responsibly. right? In this, it states that the corporate governance refer to the set of responsibilities and the practices undertaken by the board of directors and the senior management within an organization, right? Friends, it is designed to offer strategic directions, ensure the achievement of the goal, manage the risk effectively, and exercise responsible utilization of the resources, right? In essence, it establishes a framework for transparent, accountable, and ethical decision making at the highest level of an enterprise, right? Next, under the business goals and objective, the next point is about the relationship between the strategy and objective. Friends, strategy is the plan to achieve the objective. However, strategic direction is defined by the objectives set in the strategy. Friends, the relationship between the strategy and the objective is symbiotic, right? A strategy serves as an organized plan to achieve the specific objectives. Friends, the strategic direction outlined in the strategy is essentially guided by the objectives set within it. In this way, objectives define the destination and the strategy provide the roadmap to reach and fulfill those predetermined goals. Next, about the value of information security. Friends, under the value of information security must align with the support and the business strategy, right? It plays a crucial role in the achieving the business objectives, right? Friends, the value of information security lies in its alignment with and support of the business strategy, right? It plays a pivotal role in realizing business objectives by safeguarding sensitive data, right? Or ensuring the operational continuity and maintaining the trust of stakeholders. Friends, effectively implemented information security contribute to the overall resilience and success of the business in an increasingly digital and interconnected environment, right? Moving next point states about the information security governance. Friends, information security governance is a subset of corporate governance. It provides strategic direction for security activities. And third, it ensures the achievement of security objectives, right? Friends, information security governance operates as a subset of corporate governance, right? Offering strategic directions for security initiatives. Its purpose is to ensure the accomplishment of security objectives and the effective management of information security risk, right? Friends, by providing a structured framework, it guides organizations in maintaining the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information assets, aligning the security effort with the broader corporate goals, right? Next, about the efficient resource utilization. Friends, under the efficient resource utilization, it states that the information security governance ensure effective and efficient use of enterprise information resource, right? Friends, information security governance contribute to efficient resources utilization within an enterprise, right? Friends, by providing a structured framework for managing and protecting information assets, it ensures that resources are deployed effectively to safeguard against the security threat, right? Friends, this strategic approach not only enhances the security but also optimizes the use of organizational resources, aligning them with the overall objective of the enterprise, right? Moving to the next we'll discuss about the further business goals and the objectives. Under the business goals and objective, the first point is about the primary IT requirement, which states that the adequate level of performance is the main requirement of IT, right? Friends, the primary requirement for the information technology is to deliver an adequate level of performance, right? So this encompasses the ability of IT system, services and infrastructure to meet defined standards, right? Fulfill user expectations and contribute effectively to the organization's overall objectives, right? Friends, achieving and maintaining a satisfactory level of performance is fundamental for the success and functionality of IT within an enterprise, right? Moving next, we'll discuss about the key requirement for information security. Friends, managing risk to an acceptable level is the primary requirement for information security, right? To amplify this, we can say that the primary requirement for information security is to manage risk to an acceptable level, right? This involves identifying, assessing, and mitigating the potential threat to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information assets, right? Friends, by setting and adhering to the risk management standards, information security effort aim to strike a balance that align with the organization's overall objectives while safeguarding against the potential security breaches, right? Moving next it will states about the conceptual security architecture, which under this it develop a high level conceptual security architecture, right? Second point, it states that it should overlay the enterprise architecture, and third, it states ideally created simultaneously with enterprise architecture for integration, right? If we amplify this thing in conceptual security architecture, it states that a high level conceptual security architecture serve as a strategic blueprint, right, overlaying the enterprise architecture. Friends, ideally developed concurrently with the enterprise architecture, this approach ensures seamless integration, right? It outlines the foundational principles, components, and relationship necessary for robust security within the organizational framework, right? This simultaneous development facilitates a cohesive and comprehensive approach, aligning security measures with the broader objectives of the enterprise, right? Next, we'll discuss about the under the business goals and objective, we'll discuss the formation of information security. Under the formation of information security, the first point it states about the established outcomes, requirement and objectives to meet the requirement. And second, it develop a logical architecture showing functional and data flow. Friends, to form an effective information security risk management strategy, begin by defining the desired outcomes, requirements, and objectives to meet those requirements, right? Subsequently, developing a logical architecture that illustrate key functions and the data flow. Friends, this strategic approach ensures a systematic alignment between the security measures and organization goals, fostering a comprehensive and a proactive approach to managing information security risk, right? And next point, it states about the physical architecture, which involves the specific devices and includes interconnection between the devices. As the name suggests, physical architecture which encompasses the tangible component of an information system. For example, servers, databases, firewalls, switches, and the routers, right? Friends, it delineates the interconnection between these devices, forming the infrastructure that support the organization's IT environment. Friends, the technologies defined within the physical architecture play a crucial role in achieving control objectives while contributing to the overall effectiveness and security of the system. Right? Moving next, under the continuation of business goals and objective, the next point is about the roadmap for the goal attainment, which states about to develop a roadmap with specific steps to achieve the goal in the strategy. And next, about the specify the control objectives necessary for acceptable risk level. Friends, this roadmap for the goal attainment states that to attain the goal outlined in the strategy, develop a roadmap that delineates the specific steps and the milestones. Right? Friends, this roadmap should provide a structured plan for the implementation of control objectives aimed at maintaining acceptable risk level. Friends, by specifying these control objectives, the organization ensures a systematic and strategic approach to information security, aligning efforts with overarching business objectives. Right? Next, about the consistency with the standards. Friends, under the consistency with standards, the first point it states that the control must be consistent with the standards, and control choices impact both physical and the operational architecture. Right? Friends, controls within an information security strategy must align with the established standards. This consistency ensures adherence to recognized best practices and compliance requirement. Right? Friends, control choices, whether in the physical or operational architecture, have a profound impact on the overall security posture of an organization. Right? Friends, aligning with the standards enhances interoperability, resilience, and the organization's ability to demonstrate compliance with the industry norms. Next, it states about the integration of strategy and the procedure. Under the integration of strategy and procedure, it states that both the strategy and information security procedures are input into the operational architecture. Friends, the integration of strategy and information security procedure is crucial in operational architecture, right? Friends, the strategy provide the overarching guidance and the goal, while detailed procedure offer the specific steps and the processes to implement the security measures. This integration ensures that the operational activities align with the strategic objectives, fostering a cohesive and effective approach to implementing and maintaining information security within the organization. Right? Friends, to summarize this, we can say that the seamless integration of corporate governance, information security governance, and IT strategy is imperative for comprehensive and effective management of an organization information security risk. Right? Friends, the strategic alignment between the business objectives and the information security measures as outlined in the high level conceptual security architecture forms the foundation for a proactive and a systematic approach. Right? Friends, the development of physical and operational architecture or adherence to the established standards and the implementation of control contribute to the overall security posture of the organization. Right? So, by fostering cohesion between the strategic guidance and the detailed procedure, this integrated approach ensures that operational activities are in harmony with the overarching goals, ultimately enhancing the organization resilience and successes in the dynamic digital landscape. Right? Moving next. Next we'll discuss about the relationship of the governance element. Friends, this chart about the senior management, this chart will discusses about the relationship, right, between the information technology and the information security governance, right, emphasizing the importance of aligning the IT strategy with the information security strategy, right. Let's break it down in the simpler terms, right. Friends, in this figure which has been shown, there is a picture that shows that how information technology, right, and information security governance are connected in the development process, right. Friends, first you create a plan, right. With this we can understand that first you create a plan for information security, right, called the information security strategy, right. Once that is done, this plan need to influence the IT strategy, right. But why? Because so that your information like data and important stuff stay safe, and the future IT development and management processes follow the security requirement, right. Friends, now let's talk about the strategy, right. Friends, imagine it like a plan to reach a goal, similar to how the military plan to achieve an objective, right. But here is the thing, that strategies can be different in their scope and detail, right. Some are big, some are more detailed, but they all are focused on achieving a goal. Understood? So friends, to make a strategy, you need two things: clear goal, that is what you want to achieve, and understanding of the current situation, right. Friends, it's like knowing where you want to go and figuring out the differences between where you are now and where you want to be, right. Friends, this difference is called a gap. So a strategy is basically figuring out what you need to do to bridge that gap, right. Friends, even though it sounds simple, it making a strategic involves a lot of thinking and looking at a many things, right. Friends, you have to consider a bunch of factors and look at a various activities to make sure that you are doing what is needed to reach your goal, right. Moving next, we'll discuss about the information security strategy development participants. Friends, this image, right, which illustrate the participants involved in developing a security strategy, their relationship, and how they align with the business objectives. Let's simplify it, okay. Friends, this figure shows how people work together to create a security plan. Friends, this plan is connected to the goal of the businesses, right. The arrow labeled as a business strategy is like a path, right, to a leading path leading to achieving the business goals, right. Friends, it is not just about the businesses. This path also help in making plan for managing the risk and the security of information, right. Friends, this connection makes sure that information security supports the goal of the businesses, right. Friends, to make this plan, you need to look at the current security situation and compare it to what you want it to be, right. Friends, think about the way the business works, right, the risk it faces and the rules it need to follow. Understood? Friends, this includes the analyzing the risk, meeting legal requirements, and figuring out how to protect the things properly, right. Friends, the goal of the security plan is to reach the state of security that the business wants, right. So this plan become a set of action called an action plan, Friends, these actions like a program that when put into the action help to achieve the security goals. But you can't ignore the limit like the resource available and the rules you need to follow. Friends, after putting the plan into action, you need to keep an eye on how well it's working. This is done by checking specific measures and numbers which are called the metrics. Right? Friends, this information help the Chief Information Security Officer and a group called the Steering Committee to see if things are going as planned or not. And if not, they can make changes to make sure that the security plan are on the right track to meet the goals. Right? Moving to the next we'll discuss about the information security strategy objectives. Under the information security strategy objectives, the first point it states about the objectives, which states that defining objectives are crucial for assessing the strategy effectiveness. This outcome of the security governance provide the high level guidance. Friends, having the clear goal is super important to know if your security plan is working well. Right? Friends, there are 6 main things that shows if your security plan is on track or not. Right? Friends, these things give a big picture of how well security is managed. Right? Next, about the 6 outcomes. Under the 6 outcome, the first is about the strategic alignment. Friends, making sure the security plan matches up with the overall goal of the businesses. Second, effective risk management. Friends, doing a good job, right, at the understanding and handling the risk to keep these things secure. Next is about the value delivery. Friends, getting the most out of the security efforts in the term of benefit and value for the businesses. Right? Next, about the resource optimization. Friends, using resources like time and money wisely to get the best security results. Next, about the performance measurement. Friends, keeping the track of how well the security plan is doing and make sure it works as expected. And at last, assurance process integration. In this, we will make sure that all the processes that check and ensure security are working together smoothly. Next, about the challenges. Friends, common difficulty in defining objectives with specificity. Right? Initial question is that the why is the goal of the strategy and the program it enables. Friends, to amplify this, we can say that defining objectives can be tricky because it is often hard to be very specific. Right? The first question to answer is what is the main aim of the strategy and the program it supports. Right? Next point is about the issue with the information asset understanding. Right? Friends, under the issue with the information asset understanding, it says that enterprise often lack precise knowledge of information assets. Right? No processes for purging useless, outdated, or potentially dangerous information. Friends, sometimes companies don't know exactly what information they have. Right? They might not have a system of getting rid of useless, old, or risky information. Right? Next, about the importance of classification. Friends, under the importance of classification, it states that classification by criticality and sensitivity is crucial and basis for applying the cost-effective protective measures. Right? Friends, sorting information by how important and sensitive it is a matter a lot. Friends, it helps to decide the best way to protect it without spending too much. Right? Next, we'll discuss about the sensitivity and criticality classification. Friends, enterprises uses 3 or 4 classification. Example, confidential, internal use, public. Friends, sensitivity and criticality guide the protection effort and access the control. Friends, company usually use 3 or 4 categories like confidential, internal use and public to label how sensitive or critical information is, right? Friends, these labels help to decide how to protect it and control who can access it, right? Next, about the asset classification challenge. Friends, under the asset classification challenge, daunting task but essential for effective security governance. Friends, overclassification is a concern, countered by the chargeback system in some cases. Right? Friends, sorting assets into the categories is a tough but necessary job for good security management. Sometimes people worry about classifying things too much, but some systems help to manage this by tracking and assigning the cost. Right? Moving next, we'll understand about the defining ownership. Under the defining ownership, it states that it is essential to ensure all assets have a defined owner. Use Rasi chart for effective assignment of roles and responsibilities. Friends, it is important, really important to know who is responsible for each assets. Right? To do this well, we have used the Rasi chart and we have understood the Rasi chart in earlier videos to clearly assign the roles and the responsibilities. Next, about the value of information. Friends, under the valuation of information, first is to assign values to information for prioritizing protection efforts. The method include a rough level of value and the business dependency evaluation. Friends, to decide what to protect the most, and you need to give a value to the different pieces of information. This is done by figuring out their importance and how much the business relies on them. Friends, there are methods like estimating levels of value and assessing business's dependency to help with these, right? Next is about the prerequisite for the cost effective, right? Under the prerequisite of cost effective, first is about the define the business requirement for information security. Next, determining specific objectives satisfying those requirements. Third, locate and identify information assets. Fourth, evaluate information assets. And last is to classify information assets by criticality and sensitivity. Friends, to make a security plan that does not cost too much, right? First, we have to figure out what the business need for security, right? Second, we have to set a clear goal that meet those needs. Third, it states that find and list all the information the business has. Fourth, we have to check how an important and sensitive each piece of information is. After this, we have to sort the information based on how critical and sensitive it is. And at last, we have to make sure that each piece of information has someone responsible for it. Friends, after covering all these topics, we can say that the development of a cost-effective and aligned information security strategy hinges on a meticulous process. Friends, this involves defining a business requirement for information security, determining specific objectives that satisfy those requirements, and undertaking a comprehensive assessment of information assets and the resources. Right? Friends, the valuation of information assets coupled with classification, based on criticality and sensitivity is crucial for prioritizing protection effort and allocating resources effectively. Right? Friends, the establishment of clear ownership and accountability for each asset facilitated by tools like Rasi chart and which further enhances the strategy effectiveness. Right? Friends, addressing these foundational elements is imperative for success of the information security program, ensuring that it is not only aligned with the business goals but also capable of efficiently safeguarding valuable assets while avoiding the pitfalls of overprotection or underprotection. Right? Friends, here we come to the end of part 5, chapter 1. Please do subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.